The Ige Imwekwede Foundation is driving this discourse on reforming Nigeria's public sector, following the outcome of research on the enablers and inhibitors of a successful public sector in Nigeria. The theme of the workshop is rethinking reforms, why many reforms fail in Nigeria and what we can do about it. The workshop is attended by former President Olusegun Obasanjo, 7 and former ministers, captain of industries, and critical stakeholders. The chairman of the foundation lays the foundation for the conversation.
Everywhere in the world, it is known that an efficient and motivated public service is critical for the following things: governance, production and distribution of public goods, formulation and implementation of economic policy, and management of public expenditure.
His thoughts on Nigeria's public service opens the door for suggestions on how the reform can work despite the challenges.
Every system has its own inherent challenges, and it is instructive to point out that there are no infallible systems anywhere in the world. Challenges will eventually arise. And so reform is continuous. As the challenges arise, then we need reform action to deal with those challenges.
The public service that we know is a public service that actually did attract the best of minds once upon a time. It did. If you went to the private sector, it was because you were not distinguished. And then suddenly, something distorted that. And the factor that distorted that has been the quality of our politics.
For former President Olusegun Obasanjo, the service is key to Nigeria's prosperity.
Public service contains some of the best men and women in every sense of the word that you can find in this country. The question is that some of them are frustrated. Some of them are inadequately rewarded. And this we have to take note of and correct where we need to correct.
2 panel sessions made up of prominent Nigerians in public and private sector deliberate on the challenges with the reforms and how to address these systemic challenges. For the federal government, the reforms are imperative.
This opportunity that I and Mr. Awai provided for us, it comes at a time when President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has boldly stated, let's confront our reality. Sometimes it's risky, it's tough, but we can do it.
Where we are is in the middle of very painful reforms that are necessary, that have been long overdue. And I think the main thing about the reforms of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is that where we are now, you will see slowly but surely the economy is turning around, and with that, it needs to take the society with it.
The consensus here is that the potential of Nigeria's public sector can only be a reality when the reforms are sincerely implemented. Benny Ark, Channels Television News.